this older
Wait a second.
cougar. The
That's
definition of a cougar. Hey, you need any information? I was like, yeah, where the fuck's the bathroom? And she was like, oh, I got that. And I swear to God, she was coming on to me. She looked like she wanted to fuck me in the bathroom at the funeral home.
what vibes were you getting? Because maybe she
Strong
was just telling
cougar
you.
energy.
She was just trying to tell you where the bathroom was.
No. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in, strap on.
And get ready for the wild ride.
Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
We're chatting about sex on a weekly basis. And this week, it's just like the rest of the weeks over the past 6 years.
Just chatting about things that are taboo.
Taboo that you typically wouldn't talk about with your mother.
But why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Well, let us begin by talking about death.
Well, there's an uplifting subject.
It's a fun thing to talk about with your mother.
It's unbelievable how death can make you laugh.
Yeah. Have you been laughing recently because of death?
Yes.
Why?
Because we sat and basically debunked the entire experience of the funeral afterwards, and it was one of the highlights of my trip.
Okay, so to catch you sneaky freaks up, here's what happened. My grandpa died. Yeah, I know it's very sad. It is sad.
Well,
I'm going to miss him, but he's going to be much happier where he's at because he was not happy being on this planet.
I mean, if you've been listening for a while, we've already lost another grandpa.
Yes.
The grandmas are still kicking, but the grandpas, no.
The last grandpa didn't want to go so badly. This
No.
grandpa was ready to go years ago.
He really, really wanted to go.
Yeah. So he's in a better place now. But it was sad losing him because he was such a vibrant personality.
Yes.
And along the way, we've had quite an adventure flying back to Chicago. Oh, my fucking God. I want to just begin right off the bat by sharing a quick story of what happened on the airplane.
Okay. On the way there or on the way back?
On the way there.
Okay.
When you decided that you wanted to use the AA in-flight entertainment system.
Yes.
And you passed your iPad to my brother, Gerald.
Yes.
And do you want to share what was on the iPad?
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh. Oh. Well, I don't understand why it's so embarrassing. I mean, everyone watches
because
porn.
You can't hand your son porn on an airplane. There's no reason you need to hand him an iPad with porn on it.
I had it incognito.
It's not incognito if you pass it to someone who actively is looking at it.
What is he looking for?
He's not looking for it. You just handed him an iPad with porn on it.
I thought I was incognito.
It's not incognito if you don't X out of it.
What is the point of incognito then? What is the point?
The point is you X out and no one knows.
I thought I had X'd out.
You didn't X out. Fucking X. What is this? I don't even know this website. This is like an advanced website.
xnxx.com.
What is it?
It's my go-to free porn.
How did you find that? First of all,
I don't know how I found it.
You don't pay for your porn. Shame on you.
Okay.
Second of all,
do you pay for porn?
I don't watch porn.
Okay.
I'm not a horn dog like you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's normal for everyone to watch porn on an
airplane.
On an airplane. No, I wasn't watching it on the airplane. That was the point.
What was the point?
The point is that I was trying to watch something else, and I handed it over to my tech support.
Your tech support son, Gerald, who's like, "Why is there fucking porn? Why are you passing me porn?"
And then he has to show you and your sister goes, "Ew."
I completely agree with you. We all know you watch porn.
Right.
You tell the whole world you watch porn.
Yeah.
So why can't you say, "Okay, that's what the porn I was watching"?
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to go incognito, and I was.
Who watches porn on an iPad?
What do you want me to watch on my iPhone?
I don't know, your fucking computer?
Well, it probably is on there too.
There's porn on every fucking device you got. It's unbelievable.
Why is Dale laughing?
What do you mean, why is he laughing? Dale, by the way, is our wonderful videographer, producer. He's here in the studio with us. Dale, you want to say hi?
Hello, everybody.
Now, how would you feel, Dale, if your mother handed you her iPad and you saw that there was like a porn site on there?
For me, that would be quite jarring. We're a little less open about our porn intake in my family, and I to be honest with you, I don't know that my mom's ever seen porn.
Oh,
well,
boy.
we got to find out.
She thinks she's incognito, but she's not.
She's not. No, it's not. What did you think incognito was?
What is the point of incognito? If it's
so
not
that
to
if
go
you're
undercover,
sharing-
I was going
you're
under the cover. I was
but you're-
undercover.
I don't even want to get into this again. What type? First of all, I'm curious to both of you guys. First of all, what porn was on there?
Who the hell knows? It was just, I didn't even.
You didn't know what theme it was?
I thought I X'd out of everything, so who the hell knows? It could have been anything, but it most likely you know what it was.
God damn it.
The
I hate that I
casting
know.
couch.
Yep. That's what you get at xnxx.com?
I think you could get anything. They have like millions of subjects. It's actually kind of frightening how many subjects they have.
Dale, is your mom watching Casting Couch?
If I was a betting man, I'd bet no.
How about your dad?
I honestly have no idea.
Can we call them?
You're going to
Can we phone a friend and call your dad?
It's the third episode that you're videoing. You want to call or you want to save that phone call?
I say we table the call.
It's
and,
gonna happen.
We'll build up to the call.
We'll build up. Okay.
We're going to find out not only if they watch porn, but what they watch.
And if they use incognito mode incorrectly.
Did you know that if you use incognito mode that you can still see the search bar?
Yeah, Mom, you had the tab open. If the tab is open, anyone looking at the screen can see it.
All right.
We don't need to cover this again. We've covered it too many times. All right, so we flew home for the funeral, and I would say it was interesting going back to my old stomping grounds, the old homestead.
Yeah, we were up in the burbs, the suburbs of Chicago.
And I don't spend so much time up there. And I have to say, going back to my old home, all the streets remind me of all of these girls that I had a thing for. I didn't do anything with.
Unrequited love.
Unrequited love. The streets are riddled with unrequited love. I texted my friend and I said, I'm back in Chicago. It reminds me of all the girls that I had crushes on. And he said, I feel like if we could do high school over again with our current understanding of women and relationships, we could have a better, healthier approach. I was afraid to tell anyone I liked them or make a move because I didn't know what I was doing and afraid of people asking me about the relationship and what we did or did not do.
Wait, what did you do? You called them up and say, I need to have you dictate something to me?
No, this was just a quote that I stole from an email he sent me.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't even know I was saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The streets have no name.
But did you listen to any of that?
Yes, I heard everything.
Do you think that I would have done better now if I were in high school now?
No, I think you peaked in high school.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
God fucking damn it.
I thought you were like the big man on campus over there at that high school.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I know now about women.
You were prom king.
I didn't know what I knew about women.
What do you know now?
Nothing.
There you go. So I think I'm completely accurate in saying that I think you peaked in high school and the streets are just filled with unrequited love.
I did learn something actually about women from my grandma this past trip.
What did she say?
I was sitting in her living room praying to God I was not infecting her with coronavirus with a mask on. And she, out of nowhere, says, you want to know those 3 things to have someone fall in love with you? And I was like, I didn't ask for that, but I'll take those. I don't know where that question fucking came from.
The questions just pop into her head like, little popcorn balls.
Like little popcorn. I loved it. So I was like, I'll take those 3 tips. So she goes, the first thing you need to have someone fall in love with you is to be truthful.
Oh.
Second thing, to be funny. The third thing, I forget the third thing.
Well, she got 2 good ones.
2 good ones.
I
2
think
for 3.
you qualify those 2. Those 2 would
Truthful
be,
and funny?
Yeah, you're truthful and funny.
Thank you, Mother.
Yeah, so I think you got Nana's tips down.
What about the third? What's the third? The third is the thing that I'm missing, obviously.
You got to be good in bed, and she's not going to say that because she's a classy lady.
You think that's what she was thinking?
She was thinking that.
She's thinking this Cam it's not going to. All right. Anyway. Mother, do you want to share anything about your experience at the funeral?
Oh, boy. There's some wackadoodle shit going on there.
What?
Well, for one thing, I'm not mentioning any names in particular, but somebody gets up to give a eulogy and end up like spending 20 minutes talking about themselves.
Yeah.
No mention of the deceased.
There's no screening with the eulogies. No one's filtering for like, oh, this person should be allowed to speak. This one should not be allowed to speak.
Anybody just gets up willy-nilly.
It's a fucking open mic over there.
It's totally open mic. How about mine? I decided to go real short.
Oh, you said 3 words.
Yes, that's right.
I'm
No,
lucky.
it's actually 2 words.
Yeah.
I said 2 words.
Yeah.
That was my thing with him. He would always go, because he couldn't remember shit. He'd always go, what was that thing that I always said? I said, I'm lucky, I'm lucky, I'm lucky. He said, yeah, I'm lucky, I'm lucky, I'm lucky. And then 2 minutes later, what was that thing that I used to say all the time? So, yeah, so I figured, well, I'm going to make it short and sweet considering everybody else is going on 20 minutes plus.
Are you talking about me?
No, I'm talking about other people that who knew where they're coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
He hadn't talked to some of these people in 20 years, and they get up and start giving eulogies.
People are schwitzing in the sun.
First of all, it is 99 degrees without the humidity, and the humidity added on to another 10. It was like 130.
And I love when the rabbi comes. The rabbi has met him once.
Okay,
He talks a full fucking hour about this guy like he's been spent his whole life with him.
the rabbi was a hospice rabbi. You know, hospice rabbis have a lot of patience. They're dealing with a lot of old people that can barely talk. And those hospice rabbis come in there and they get a free, it's like an open mic for them. They're captive audiences.
I kind of wasn't enjoying it though.
It was horrible. It was the worst sermon I've ever heard. This guy, I don't know what the hell he was even talking about.
I was enjoying some of this. He's going back into the Old Testament and shit.
Old Testament, New Testament, spitting.
Spitting. The spit was sitting on the lip.
I think
Did you notice the lip spit?
I thought it was going to flick onto me because I was in the first row.
Yeah.
I was very concerned about that.
How about me? I get up there.
Oh.
Okay, so let me just
Speaking
say.
of excrement.
Okay, let me just say, on the flight on Saturday, I had to take Afrin nasal spray. You ever take that shit, Dale?
It's a godsend.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
it's good stuff. You gotta take. Every time I fly, I gotta take it because I got pain.
Your papa would say to you, just don't do too much.
Don't do too much.
You do too much and then
You get a rebound effect.
you get a rebound.
So basically, what happens, no matter what, when I take it the next day, my nose completely congests. Okay,
Stuffs up.
stuffs up, and of course, the next day is the funeral. So I get up to say my speech, and I'm sorry, I start to cry, but my nose goes into overdrive,
Oh, yeah.
and then the fucking mucus that starts pouring out of my nostrils is unparalleled.
It was-
Both nostrils.
It was all I could do. All I could do not to shout out, get a goddamn Kleenex, Cam.
Well, my sister
She
ran
did.
up and started handing me Kleenex.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
were
is it
wiping
that
it.
bad?
Yes, it was that bad.
And I'm like, I'm going through the whole tissue.
It was one of the most repulsive things I've ever seen. It was like literally dripping faucet, like an old man that the old man that they don't like. You know what it was like actually? Dr. Seuss's Oobleck.
Yeah,
That's
I know
what
you kept saying
it
that.
looked like green goo coming out of your nose like Oobleck. It was
green goo.
It was like
It was not green goo.
It wasn't clear. It was
not clear?
It was mucusy. It was a little cloudy.
That is disgusting. I
It-
love that was
and
the main
and
takeaway from the fucking
It
funeral,
didn't
by the way.
just come out of one nostril. It came out of both.
It was
both.
both. It was faucet on, hot and
no
cold.
matter what you tried to do to wipe it off, it just kept coming out. It was just.
It was crazy. And then it got stuck in my fucking mustache. It was unbelievable.
It was so
No one was
repulsive.
listening. I thought I was saying the most beautiful thing.
You
People
can't
were highly
listen.
engaged.
You couldn't listen.
And everyone was fucking zoned in.
We're just
on
hoping
the
that-
fucking like
we were watching it like a pendulum swinging.
That's exactly
It
right.
was so repulsive.
disgusting.
It was gross,
Yeah.
but it was a sweet gesture. I thought it was a very well done speech. From what I
Yeah, you didn't. You called it Oobleck. That was your one review afterwards. Oobleck. By the way, I have to say on the way to the funeral, I was reminded of what you said last episode, where you were telling me we needed to go to a bar to meet older women, because believe it or not, I found another place where you can meet older women, which is in the funeral parlor
Oh yeah.
at the funeral home.
No, you mean in the funeral home? It's on the premises of the cemetery.
Bingo. I walked in there. I had this woman wrapped around my fucking finger.
Wait, there were 2 women in there
One woman.
without a mask.
Quite honestly, she was coming out. I was asking about where the bathroom was, and this older
Wait a second.
cougar.
That's-
definition of a cougar. Hey, you need any information? I was like, yeah. Where the fuck's the bathroom? And she was like, oh, I got that. And I swear to God, she was coming on to me. She looked like she wanted to fuck me in the bathroom at the funeral home.
What vibes were you getting? Because maybe she was
Strong
just telling
cougar
you.
energy.
She was just trying to tell you where the bathroom was.
No. Siblings were in the car. They agreed. There was some serious connection going on with me and the funeral cougar.
Was she attractive?
Not a bad looking funeral cougar.
A funeral cougar.
Yeah, not bad. It was pretty good.
That's actually like not a bad idea.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Like wedding crashers to us, like the funeral crashers.
Yep, that was the issue. I didn't want to go to the bar because what you said at these fancy hotels, because I don't drink.
I
don't wanna
told
do
you what
that.
to do. The club soda.
The club soda is garbage. Instead, I'm going to the funeral home. Dale's coming with me. We're going to the funeral homes, crashing funeral homes to find the cougs.
Oh my God.
And by the way, I'm sitting in the fucking funeral home, waiting to go to the bathroom, and one of the guys walks in, fucking unmasked, and goes, "Oh, Danny got COVID. He's busted."
You ran the fuck out of there?
I looked at my sister. She bolts. I was like, "Oh my fucking God! What are you're walking around unmasked talking about people who just got COVID, who clearly worked in this office?"
Maybe he's trying to recruit more business for the funeral home.
Yeah, seriously, I was fucking terrified.
Oh my God.
Fucking terrified.
I can't believe someone was hitting on you in a funeral home.
Well, I can't believe that.
It's remarkable. I never thought about that as a pickup place, but maybe it is.
How about an airplane?
How about an airplane? I picked up guys on airplanes.
What do you mean you picked up guys on airplanes?
I sat in first class one time and must have talked to the guy for like 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maintained a friendship afterwards.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're unbelievable on airplanes. You're fucking unbelievable on airplanes.
Why? What does that mean?
Okay. On the way there, I had an open seat next to me. I was like, oh my God, I'm in paradise. No one's sitting next to me. I can extend my knees, scratch my balls, do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Oh, we know you scratched your balls.
I know some guy behind me saw me. So anyway,
some old man saw you scratch your balls.
for some reason, my mother decides she's in a different row to come sit next to me in the middle seat.
Well, I was unfortunately in a seat that did not recline.
You didn't recline, but somehow you decided you needed to wake me up from my slumber every 5 minutes to tell me something about a movie that you're watching.
You were reading a book. What are you talking about?
I was sleeping.
Oh my God.
My eyes are shut. How am I reading a book?
I didn't realize that you were actually sleeping.
You're constantly touching me. Even if I'm reading a book, what's with the constant touching?
I was just trying to tell you, I was watching a movie and I couldn't remember who that actor or actress was.
Literally the worst person to share an airplane with.
You're not very communicative.
I want to be in my own world when I'm flying.
Okay, so I thought you wanted to like talk to me.
We talk all the time.
You didn't
Are you
want to
fucking
talk
kidding
to
me? This is like one of the few places I'm not getting bothered by people on the internet or anything. I'm in my zone.
Oh, all right.
I think reading a book about anxiety.
You were reading a book about anxiety instead of talking to me.
That's exactly right.
Okay. I'm not going to say a word anymore. No more sitting next to you.
On the way back, I felt very differently.
On the way back, you were by yourself.
I was by myself. And
yeah.
now
you missed me, didn't you?
No, I did not. I noticed this girl in the airport on the way there, waiting for the flight.
Not the cougar?
No, she's probably my age.
Okay.
Maybe a little older. And she's placed in a seat directly behind me on the plane.
Perfect.
And she's wearing a flight attendant lanyard.
Oh, so she's a flight attendant.
Yes, she's doing one of those like I'm flying back to home base, you know?
Okay.
It was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 moment.
You did it?
Many times throughout the flight.
What? You turned around and started bothering her?
Yep. It's exactly. I pulled a you. I constantly was bothering her. First time.
I'm so proud of you, son.
First time I didn't know what to say. So I took the fucking my hand sanitizer wipes. I don't know why they give that to you when you walk on the plane.
I don't either. It's just another thing to get rid of.
So I asked her. I go, is this meant for our hands, or they expect us to clean the whole fucking thing? Because they didn't give us a lot of time to do
made
this.
Made a little funny there.
Well, I was actually serious. The plane pulled up, and next thing we were fucking on it. There was not enough time to clean. Okay, so that was the first contact.
I seen a TikTok video about that.
Yeah.
They go through all the parts of the plane that you shouldn't touch. You basically should walk in with a hazmat suit because everything is filthy.
It's fucking disgusting.
Ugh.
So anyway, we started gaining some rapport there. It's going well.
How do you know? What indicated that you were gaining rapport?
We're gaining rapport. She gives me a little smile.
She gave you a smile?
She's gorgeous.
Oh.
She's got a fucking finger splint on there. So the next time I go to the bathroom, I come back and go, well, what's going on with the finger? What happened there? She tells me she had a bird accident.
A what?
She was on a bird. She got a severe accident.
She had a bird that bit
serious
her or
injury.
Pecked it or something.
No, a bird didn't peck it. Fucking finger?
You said she had a bird accident. I thought she had a bird that pecked at her finger.
No bird pecked at her finger.
That's what I figured.
It was a scooter.
I didn't realize that when you said bird accident that you
No.
were talking about that.
No.
You could see where I would get confused. And
No, I would not think that a bird pecked at her finger. She had a bird accident. Anyway, so she tells me it's a fucking scooter accident. And I give her one of my Biscoff cookies. I said, this will help it.
Oh,
This will help the finger.
that's very sweet.
Pretty sweet, huh? Dale?
I support
Surprised you
it.
didn't
Grade
say,
A, huh?
can I kiss it and make it better?
What the hell? So then I was like, okay, give me a sign over here. I need a little help. Close, I need another reason to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
It starts getting turbulence. And then I go to fucking buckle my seatbelt. The girl next to me has taken one of my seatbelt straps and is
hate
holding
that.
it and
Oh
sleeping.
my God. Oh
She's
my God.
sleeping. What the fuck is so I decided I'm gonna write in my notebook. I said, I need your professional advice. What do I do in this situation? She's holding my seatbelt. It's
You
turbulent.
wrote a note to her?
Yeah. And,
Oh, that's adorable.
She's asleep. What do I do? A, wake her ass up. B, leave her alone and risk getting tossed out of the plane because of turbulence. Yeah, she responded.
What'd she say?
Don't wake her. Or C, don't wake her. But if you do, you can blame it on me. Pretty cute. I thought things were going great.
Yeah, until you found out she was married.
Yep. She's with the guy in the row in front of me. The row in front of me this whole time. What the fuck is that?
Was she wearing a ring?
I don't know, but she's with the guy. The guy's handing her at the we get up to go. I'm ready to fucking.
You were heartbroken. This is another
I was-
Kristen
you know what I
Walker
was
again.
taking-
It's
I
another
took-
Kristen Walker thing.
I took the fucking. They give you like credit card sheet saying, hey, you want a credit card?
Yeah.
At the end, saying you want an American Airlines credit card, you get 60,000 miles. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And you get this long ass spiel that you're like,
The
shut the
long
fuck up.
ass spiel.
So
Long ass spiel.
I took one of those sheets that they hand out and I put my number down, and I said, and I was gonna say, it's good. There's a good
Taking
deal
a page
on this.
out of KLP's book.
Yeah, but
love
then
it.
just next thing you know, she's got this fucking guy handing her luggage.
Maybe it was just a brother or something.
No.
Doesn't necessarily a family member, a father.
No.
It could be anybody.
No. It was. I could tell.
Oh, that's too bad.
It was a love. Did you see the love there?
It was a
Dale?
love story.
It was a love story.
One-sided love story.
Yeah. And if you're listening now and you happen to not be in a relationship with that guy, 310-356.
3920.
That's our number. Text us. I could really use the support here.
Otherwise, he's going to go through another one of those Kristen Walker stories.
Let's not go into the fucking Kristen Walker story, mother.
Back to the funeral.
Yeah.
My boyfriend took a little tumble there.
Yeah, he did.
Everyone gets a little nervous. If someone sneezes or coughs, people like flee. So
Yeah.
I guess someone sneezed or coughed, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, he almost knocked the whole tent down. He fell into the tent.
Yeah, he was not into that.
Oh,
I don't blame him. What was going on with you on your flight home?
Oh, disaster.
What?
2.5 hours delayed. Oh, and guess what?
What?
One of the guy next to us was complaining because he paid for a first class seat and he got bounced by a greyhound dog. Someone had a dog
What the fuck is that?
in first class, bought a seat for the dog.
What
and
is
apparently he had
that?
higher status than the guy who bought a seat for the last flight.
I can't stand that.
We were looking at that going, really? The dog is sitting first class?
Cannot stand it.
The dog was definitely enjoying his ride.
It's very nice. All right, we got to move on.
All
we got to
right.
move on to a new topic because I'm getting all schwitzed over here.
Well,
I want to move to a segment called Hit On or Shit On. Let's talk about sex, baby.
let's talk about Satisfier, baby.
We love Satisfier. They make our favorite sexual wellness devices.
Satisfier's new line of products is Bluetooth enabled to connect with their award-winning app, the Satisfier Connect app.
I love the Satisfier
It works
Connect
with
app.
Android, Apple, iWatch, the whole thing. Sometimes you're in the middle of pleasuring yourself, and the device you're using, you can't even figure out how to turn it on and off, and how to make it faster, slower, whatever. This you can control by your phone.
I love it.
That is a perfect situation, and you don't have to go fumbling around in the dark. Satisfier is known for their air pulse stimulator, which simulates oral sex.
An unbelievable device. And you can play with someone from afar with their app-enabled devices. Meaning, if someone is across the country, say she's a flight attendant,
Oh,
and she's thinking about you, and you're trying to connect with her, but she's always flying.
you hand her one little Satisfier.
That's exactly
Next
right.
thing you know,
You can hand her one of those sexy secrets, which are panty vibes. She can put that in her panties while she's doing her whole rounds up and down the aisles, handing out those drinks, and you can be stimulating her.
you're the mastermind behind it.
That's exactly right.
I love it.
This is tremendous. Satisfier is offering our lucky listeners 30% off any Satisfier
30% off is phenomenal.
when you go to satisfier.com and enter code MOM30, MOM30 at checkout. Again, if you're looking for one of our favorite new devices, cutting edge, go to satisfier.com and use code MOM30 for 30% off. That is in our episode description. Don't wait. Don't sleep on this, folks. Mother, what have you been doing to help yourself relax these days?
I've been using CBD.
CBD?
Yes, not just any CBD.
Sunset Lake CBD?
Yes, Sunset Lake CBD is different, and I've tried many different brands. It literally has helped my aches and pains and lets me fall asleep.
It's because it's full spectrum CBD.
I love it. I've already gone through 2 bottles. I swear to you, I need more. I need to re-up.
I fucking love Sunset Lake CBD. The quality of their products. First of all, it comes from a farm that used to create dairy for Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Can you get more delicious?
No, it can't. That's why I love it.
And they're not cutting any corners with their product. They really make premium hemp so that you only get the best.
It's actually pretty good for the orgasms.
Is that right?
Yeah, makes you very relaxed.
And now they offer a wide range of products from CBD gummies and fudges to tinctures and salves. You can get it whatever you fucking need.
I got to get more.
You can get whatever you fucking need.
We've tried the fudge. That's delicious.
They use environmentally sustainable farming practices and ship to all 50 states. We freaking love Sunset Lake CBD. It's the best CBD on the market. And right now, Sunset Lake CBD is offering our listeners 20% off your entire order when you go to sunsetlakecbd.com and enter promo code MOM at checkout. Just visit sunsetlakecbd.com and enter code MOM at checkout to get 20% off your entire order. And that link is in our episode description. Click away, folks.
I'm going to order some more right now.
Sunset Lake CBD, farmer owned, Vermont grown.
I got a hit on or shit on here that I was wondering about. It says, I'm just saying, Karen, as much as I love your channel, and I think they're talking about my Instagram or YouTube channel, I don't want to just combat your experiences. I just think the age of the cougar is dead.
Oh,
I still love you, though, LUV. You are one of the few left.
I love how you spell LUV as if you're like shaming him for spelling it that way. He knows LOVE is how you spell love.
I said I mentioned he said LUV.
Isn't it a brief, Mom? Anyway, he thinks the age of the cougar is dead. Do you agree with that?
Hell no, and apparently you don't either because you were cougaring it up over at the funeral home.
That is true.
Dale, do you think the age of the cougar is dead?
I think it's alive and well.
It's alive and well. I mean,
I got to tell this guy, Ben Franklin was a cougar lover. I mean, cougar
really?
being Cleopatra.
You got to tell him.
Yeah, I have to tell him.
Ben Franklin is a cougar lover. It's been around for a long time and it will be around forevermore.
I quoted it in my book, Fuck Games Day Cougars.
Oh, this book right here?
Yes.
Yeah, it's one. Oh, shit. The whole set is getting destroyed right now. I just knocked down her book called A Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There.
Which you used to use in your stand-up comedy, and now you don't anymore.
Speaking of which, by the way, if you're wanting to watch this and see all the disaster that's going on in our studio right now, you can go to youtube.com and see the beautiful handiwork that Dale is doing.
At Sex Talk with My Mom.
That's right.
And it's also little clips are on Instagram, and it's very high quality, and I thank Dale for doing this.
I thank you too, Dale. Okay, so Mother, what's the verdict? Hit on or shit on?
I'm going to ask you, what do you think?
Well, he does say he loves you. And he says you are one of the few cougars left. I think he's lamenting the fact that there are not as many cougars out there these days.
Yeah, maybe that's the case.
I think that's erroneous as well. I'm going to say this is a hit on.
All right. What do you think, Dale?
I also vote hit on this one.
All right. I'll take a hit on.
We got another one over here.
Okay.
Brian says,
Oh, no.
love your YouTube and podcast. Mom, what's the youngest sex partner you've had?
I feel like taking this mic and shoving it up Brian's ass.
Why do you...
I hate that question.
I know, you hate
It
it.
is such a stupid question. It's like when I was 21, if I was dating someone that was 20, that would be the youngest, right?
Right.
Now, if I'm in my 60s and I'm dating someone that's like 40, that would be the youngest. I don't know. What's the youngest? I'm not even dating anybody. I hate that question.
It's a dumb question, but is it a hit on or is it a shit on?
I don't think it's either.
It's a neutral?
I just think it's a rando question that I get because you know what they're doing? Brian is trying to figure out if someone like me would go after someone as young as him.
That makes me think it's a hit on.
All right, hit on.
I'm going to go with the hit on. Dale?
That's a hit on.
That's a hit on. We got a hit on. 2 hit ons, 2 for 2, both through my mother. We got a third one here from Kim, who says, Cam, how old are you? I haven't had sex in such a long time either. Okay. 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 I mean, this is a toss-up. Because on the one hand, it sounds like she's coming on to me.
Where and what hand is that?
How old are you? I haven't had sex in such a long time either. The other side, the other hand is
I still want to stick with that one. I want to stick with that one. How is that a hit on?
She's trying to have sex.
She asked how old you were.
She's trying to have sex.
Okay.
But the other guy's is trying to. Wait, hold on. This is a double standard here. This guy's saying, "What's the youngest sex partner you've had?" And you're like, "Oh, 100% hit on."
Yeah.
I get someone asking me, "How old are you?" You're saying, "No, it doesn't count as a hit on."
I didn't get a hit on.
Dale,
Five.
back me up here. This is a hit on.
That's a hit on.
That's a fucking hit on. Thank you, mother.
All right.
What the fuck? The double standard.
Okay, it's a hit on.
Okay, so also, let's just also backtrack a little bit where she notes, I haven't had sex in such a long time either. Suggesting this guy hasn't had sex in such a long time.
Which is something you've complained about. So she's saying she identifies with you in this respect.
So you don't think that's a shit on?
No, I don't think it's a shit on. I think it's just saying I can relate to you and maybe the possibility is we could do it together.
Maybe?
I don't know.
That's a definite.
What do you think there?
Dale, help me out here.
Yeah, I think she was trying to establish some common ground there.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
Relatable.
I don't have sex either. Like,
Hey, we're both totally fucked in the sack, so let's help each other out. I'm into that.
Hit on.
Hit on, 2
Hit
hit-ons. It's 3 hit-ons. Three hit-ons. It's time for Mom's News.
Mom's news.
Mom's News. Mom's News, a segment of our show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. Mother, what do we got today?
I'm going to let you decide. I had 2 different stories here.
Okay.
One, the Tokyo Olympics installed anti-sex cardboard beds and athletes are ready to test them.
Anti-sex?
Yes.
Cardboard beds?
Yes.
What?
You want to know why?
Yeah, why?
They're trying to cut down on the whole COVID transmission thing. So if they make cardboard beds that people would be uncomfortable sleeping on or having sex on, that way the bed will fall apart and it'll discourage people from having sex.
I don't believe that this is a real thing.
It is a real thing.
I don't believe so.
I have videos of it.
Where's it First of all, where's it coming from?
All right.
This
So I
news
guess
source?
we're picking this. They're going to pick this one.
Okay, where's the news source?
All right. The news source is SB Nation.
SB Nation?
Yes.
The fuck is that?
I don't know, but it's a reliable source.
Oh, okay. Because it's on the internet, it's reliable.
It's on the internet. And they actually showed a guy jumping on the bed, testing it out.
Oh boy. Why? Okay, so they think that making these cardboard beds
Right.
would prevent people from actually fucking. How about sleeping?
Well,
It also prevents from sleeping.
no, it doesn't. No, that's just me and you in an average hotel room. No, they had this guy jumping on the bed to see if 2 people, but see, one man jumping on the bed and 2 people having sex are very, very different things. It's impossible to know exactly how much force McClendon, that's a guy, put on the bed without knowing his weight, but it was widely accepted that the male gymnasts rarely weigh more than 165 pounds. Enough said.
So you're saying any more weight on there, the thing would have collapsed.
I think it's just like the you have to take into account like the velocity of going the up and down movement versus just, having sex with two people.
So you think these would have been effective sex beds, anti-sex beds? Would you want to fuck on this thing?
I think I've fucked in stairwells.
You would have made it happen.
I would have made it happen.
I'm glad that the Tokyo Olympics are taking their anti-sex regulations very seriously. What is that? I thought that the Olympic Village is supposed to be like one of the hottest sex environments around. Beautiful people fucking each other.
Right. Meanwhile, they're discouraging it.
They're discouraging. Why?
Because of COVID, Cam.
I don't believe it. I think, you know what I think this is?
What?
This is all to save an extra buck.
What do you mean?
You make the beds out of cardboard. You don't need to worry about making nice beds.
No.
Nope.
No.
Come on.
I'm also wondering about a good night's sleep. You can't have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, and then run a marathon the next day.
Yeah, but if you're going to have sex the night before.
Wait, what?
Like, you don't want to, maybe it's the way of saying don't exert all your energy having sex if the next day you're going to be running a marathon.
My Uber driver last night, Lyft driver. Oh my God, I should tell this story actually. Okay, are we done with
Mom's news?
Mom's news? Mom's
well,
news.
So do you want to get to the other one, or shall I save it for the next?
Let's just save it for the next, because I wanted to bring up this story.
All right, because it's called "My Husband's Weird Sex Rules Are Driving Me Crazy."
I guess we're not saving it.
I just thought I'd bring up just this one little part here.
I don't understand why you ask me.
No, I'm telling our producer that we should make a note of it, and I'll do it next week.
You're already in it.
No.
Yeah, you're in it. You're looking at it. You're reading it. You just read it.
All right. What if I'll just give you the cliff notes.
Okay.
So I guess what happened is that she's recently married to an otherwise wonderful man who has lots of sexual hangups. We only had sex once before we got married. Big red flag. You gotta have sex more.
There's a lot of religion that says, hey, you should not have sex until marriage.
I think that is a problem. Sex is a big part of a relationship, right?
Yeah.
You do not want to have bad sex.
Okay. It makes sense.
You need to have good sex.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like perfected, but having sex once.
Well, you have no clue how they're going to be in bed.
Yes.
Or if you have chemistry.
Or if it's a good fit.
If it's a good fit.
It might not be a good fit.
It could be a very bad fit.
It could be. Anyway, he insisted we get married if we were to continue a sexual relationship. I would be happy to just live together. I escaped a disastrous young marriage a few years ago and had intended to never marry again. Unnecessary information. But I love him deeply.
Why are you sharing that to everyone?
Anyway,
this is already round 2 for you. You should be
strict and limited rules of what we can do. If I get on top, he will roll me over to be on the bottom. He fondles and kisses my breasts and sometimes caresses my vulva, but that is it. And he won't let me touch his penis.
Oh, wow.
When I went down on him once, he reacted in horror and wanted to know where I learned to do such a disgusting thing.
Oh, wow.
That surprised me, and I was not tactful in saying I thought men liked blowjobs, which just made him angry because he hates to think about my past sexual encounters. This is a disaster. It's an outright disaster.
What do you see as problematic with this?
Oh, let me start with the fact that it's a disgusting thing.
Yeah, he's shaming her.
He's shaming her. How about the fact that if he doesn't want to hear about her past encounters? I hate when people judge people on their past encounters.
Yeah.
I've talked on the podcast many times.
Yep, ad nauseum.
About the importance of being honest with someone about all your sex encounters.
Right.
And how it if anything, to me, it's like a turn on to think that my boyfriend had sex with a number of women. That means a number of women found him attractive.
Yeah. I don't find the same thing necessarily as a turn on. I don't have a problem with it.
What if you found out like the girl you're with had sex with over 1,000 men?
I would at that point I would be concerned about the health status there.
How about 10?
10 men?
Yes.
10 men is fine. If I trust the person, when we do the testing, it's all fine. I don't give a fuck how many people she's been with.
That's why I think you gotta be open and honest.
Open and honest. It wouldn't turn me on though. I don't find it as a turn on.
I think it's a turn on.
It's not a turn on to me.
Well, anyway,
Is that the mom's news you wanted to share?
That's the mom's news.
Said some woman is married a guy who doesn't want her to touch his
Well,
penis.
it gets into a lot of the stuff, but anyway, I just thought I'd
Where does
mention
that one come from?
That one came from another very reliable source.
Very reliable.
That's the Slate.
Oh, that actually is reliable. That's more reliable than fucking SB Nation, which I've never heard of. Okay, that's mom's news. Two mom's news.
I know. There were two. Sometimes I can't even find one, but this case I found two.
Okay, well, let's just put it on the board that you got two mom's news, and I might need two cams uppers at some point.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Dale, our lovely producer. What are your thoughts on audio erotica?
It's my favorite audio method of masturbation.
That's exactly right. And that's why we love our sponsor, Dipsea.
Oh, my God.
Dipsea is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. You know, they got everything you could possibly want.
Dude, can you play one that I was listening to the other day?
Sure. And you know what's nice? They categorize these. So you know exactly what you're getting into. This is her and him. You know, it's a guy and a girl.
Okay.
In public.
In public.
Rough and wild.
That's the one I like.
Involves dirty talk. It's romantic. And there's a British accent involved.
And I love anything with a British accent.
I love the British accent. You ready for this?
His lips pressed against my ear.
What if we get caught?
We won't.
We're going to attract some people.
Look around. No one's here. I unbuttoned his pants.
All right, stop. I can't take any more.
Well, if you want to experience this, you know, and live vicariously through these amazing storytellers, for listeners of the show, Dipsea is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/mom. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to dipseastories.com/mom. That's MOM. Some people don't understand because my accent. Dipseastories.com/mom.
MOM.
That's right, folks. It's the fucking best segment of the goddamn show. The segment of the show where you've been waiting for. Why are you pointing at the fucking dog?
The dog's already sleeping.
No, the dog is not sleeping. Wake up. Wake up. Hey.
He's sound asleep.
It's my segment of the show. The segment where I get to share something near and dear to my heart that my mother typically finds
boring
or
sleepworthy
or
downright dull.
It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers.
Okay, mother. I was reflecting on my comments last week about my penis size.
What?
Yep.
I don't remember those particular comments.
This was an episode called Run of the Mill Penis.
Oh, that I do remember.
Dale shared that he's got a run of the mill penis. I said that I have a medium small penis.
Okay.
I'd like to redact this comment.
You've got a large penis?
No, I don't want to say that either. Don't put words in my mouth,
You
please.
have a micro penis.
I don't have a micro penis either. I have also a run of the mill penis, like Dale.
It's not small to medium. It's just straight up medium.
It's just regular sized. I think I have a warped sense of my penis upon reflection because I have not had any people around to tell me their thoughts on it. Okay, so I don't have a lot of mirroring going on. And mirroring is very important.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm talking about penis size and I'm talking about mirroring.
Okay, mirroring is more of a communication style.
What do you know about mirroring?
I know that it's a communication style. So, for example, if you are saying something and you want to make sure that the other person heard it, you say, the other person should reflect back what they think they heard you say.
Yeah.
I'm reflecting back and asking you, what the fuck is going on with your penis? Are you looking in a mirror? What are you talking about?
Here's what I think. Okay. So I had a therapy session during the pandemic at some point with my beautiful therapist. This is not my current therapist.
I was going to say, I thought your current therapist is not necessarily a beauty.
First of all, I never said that. If you're listening, I did not say that you're not a beauty. I'm currently seeing a male therapist. He's an older gentleman. There's no attraction here.
Yeah.
But I was earlier in the pandemic seeing a beautiful younger therapist, woman, my style, whatever.
Whatever happened to that? I never heard the rest of this. Actually,
She graduated from the program.
She was a newbie.
Yeah, she was a noob. So anyway, there was a moment in that therapy where she asked me to kind of iterate on, discuss what I'm looking for in a partner. And I start identifying, all the features in this woman that I'm looking for. And I'm going into it, speaking from the heart.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm saying, I'd really like this person to be thoughtful and kind and smart and funny, someone who I could, spend a lot of time with, blah, blah, blah. She's going on and on. And I look up at her.
She's sleeping.
No, mother.
Oh, what?
She's beaming love at me.
Oh, what does that mean?
It just meant that she saw me for who I am, and so
kind person.
through her, I was able to see love for myself as well.
Oh,
And so this is what I'm saying, by not having, that's a mirroring right there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have someone there to mirror. Why do you look? I'm mirroring someone glazed with their eyes glazed over.
I'm just wondering if, like, how do you know that she was mirroring you, and maybe she has some gas?
No, Mom. She was smiling.
Maybe she thought of something funny.
No, it was love.
It was love.
She was experiencing love for me, and I was able to experience love for myself because of it.
Did you?
Have you ever experienced love for me?
Did you? You're my son. Of course I do.
Yo, it does not sound like it.
Wait, I just want to know something. Were you thinking that she was into you?
No. She's got a husband and 2 kids.
I thought she just graduated the program. How old was she?
Old enough to have a husband and 2 kids.
Okay, I'm confused. I thought it was just like a newbie, like right fresh off the boat.
Why are we going into this?
All right, so what happened?
That's the end of that analogy. I'm just saying I'm feeling the same way about penis.
What do you
penis
mean?
size.
What does the penis have to do with that?
No one's mirroring. No one's looking at it and seeing love for it, and then me seeing love for my penis. Do you see what I'm saying?
Or you could just look in the mirror.
No, you're missing the whole fucking thing. You're missing the whole goddamn thing. I can look in the mirror and say, "Oh, you're tremendous. You're."
Why did you say you had a small to medium? Because you're basing it on porn?
No, because I'm playing. It was like just a funny
was a
victim
little
role
bit.
archetype bullshit. And it's not. I should speak as confidently as Dale does and say I have a run-of-the-mill penis.
Maybe Dale has more than a run-of-the-mill penis.
Dale,
Hey, don't put words in my mouth either. Okay?
well, that's Cam's uppers. I have another one right in the can, like locked and loaded.
Oh, that was great.
What?
That was a really good one.
I think I could. Should I go into the?
No.
It's just like the thing that I've been thinking about the most because of therapy recently. You don't want to
What?
hear this?
Can you say it in 2 sentences or less?
Why are you limiting? Why are you limiting?
Well, you limited. I didn't
Okay.
even get a chance to go into the whole weird sex rules that were from the last
All
one.
right, I'll save this one. I'll save this
Okay.
one. But it just reminded me to say play the point. Play the point.
Play the point.
Play
All
the
right,
point.
Well, our producer will take a note of play the point.
I think I should just share what play the point
Oh,
is.
no.
Basically, instead of looping on a certain concept, and you're having the same thought over and over, you just stay in the present and you say, "What? I'm playing tennis. I'm just going to play this point. I'm not thinking about the outcome of the game. I'm just playing the point." Isn't that nice?
I have no clue what you're saying.
God damn it. That's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is a place to be. Fun living is a life for me. Of those two Cam's Uppers, I definitely like the penis one better. Because I don't know what to playing the point. And
Well, you don't get
playing
the insight
tennis.
of playing the point
I think
from
it's
now
because
on.
you played pickleball the other day or something.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Can I just say, by the way,
Oh, no. What?
okay. So in Chicago, I was staying in a hotel and the air conditioning was blowing directly onto my head, and I developed a dry throat.
I'm well aware because you constantly were telling me that you had COVID.
Exactly. And I was seeing my grandparents, both grandmas, feeble grandmas. Actually, one of them is very strong right
One's
now.
a Spitfire, the one who just lost her husband. Can I just say something about
What?
hotels, though? I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Why can't hotels? They used to always have these wonderful blackout curtains, right? The last several hotels, I've been complaining that they were threadbare curtains. The sun was coming
Oh,
through.
God.
This one, I looked at the room, and the first thing I looked at is the curtains. I'm like, I'm home free. It looks like this is going to be a blackout. There was 2 shades on top of each other. But then you wake up in the 6 a.m. There's light coming from one side. There's light coming from the other side. It's like almost sudden like wake up. You're on a farm. It's like you're hearing roosters crowing and there comes the sun.
Yeah, I had the same situation and air blowing in my face.
Air and the air. The air goes on and off, and
It's uncomfortable. Okay, I start having this sore throat. I'm convinced that I have COVID.
Yeah, I don't know why you got convinced you had COVID.
Still seeing the grandmas, you guys, because you and my sister are like, shut the fuck up.
Because
you just have a dry throat.
You did have a dry throat.
Okay, so I get back to LA, I'm immediately in the lift. The lift pulls up, and it's a young kid. I'm like, thank God it's a young guy.
Why?
Because I don't need to risk killing another old person. Like I've risked.
So it was an old driver. You were like, oh no, I'm going to kill him with this COVID that I don't have.
Yes,
because you had a sore throat.
I'm looking up.
You were wearing
different
a
tests.
mask.
I'm looking up different tests I can take in COVID tests in that moment in the car at night. Nothing is open.
Were you not wearing a mask?
Yes, it's not enough.
You were looking to think if there's an all-night 24-hour COVID test.
Yes, yeah.
Oh
okay.
my God.
So as I'm looking it up,
oh my God,
he's telling me. I was like, what's going on with? He's asking me a bunch of questions. I'm asking him. So what are you up to? And he tells me. He needs to go get a 24-hour COVID test after this.
Oh.
I almost said, why don't we do this together? Because I think I have COVID, but I didn't want to freak him out.
I thought you were going to say, pull over, drop me off. I'm going to get the next Uber, and I don't care if I have to walk home.
At that point, it didn't even dawn on me because I already convinced myself I had COVID.
Which you didn't have COVID.
Okay, so I asked him, why are you getting the COVID? Why are you getting the COVID test? And he goes, well, I was just at the hospital because my wife is going into labor right now. My wife is going into labor, and you need to show proof of vaccination or a COVID test, a negative COVID test.
He's not vaccinated.
He's not vaccinated, so I could easily kill him with my COVID. And he's about to be a father that day.
And you can kill the baby.
I could kill the whole family.
You're just like a killing squad.
I immediately opened the window. I basically put my head outside of the fucking car.
You didn't even have COVID, though. He probably had much more of a likelihood than you because he's not even vaccinated.
He didn't give a fuck. He started telling me about semen retention.
What?
Sex magic, semen retention, where you don't ejaculate, you hold it.
Why? How did you come to that subject when he's talking about COVID?
We were talking about relationships, about we were talking about a bunch of shit. We got real.
This guy with the semen retention.
Yeah.
Well, what's that all about? We've talked about this.
You
before.
know about semen retention.
I think it's
you don't
do
ejaculate.
That. You don't do that. You're gonna explode. That's a very bad idea.
Yep.
Did you tell him that's a bad idea?
No, because I think sometimes it could be help if it can be that energy is transmuted into something.
This conversation must have been outrageous.
It was outrageous. And meanwhile, I'm trying to make a COVID test
appointment for you
nonstop
and this
the
guy.
entire ride. I ended up this morning. I got 2 back-to-back COVID tests at 8 a.m. One rapid results, 85% accurate. And one PCR, I hear back in 24 hours, 48 hours, and that one's more accurate. The rapid results came back negative for everyone. That's why Dale is permitted to be in here.
Okay.
Dale?
You are assuming that Dale thinks you're normal. He does not.
Dale, back me up. That was a good move.
Great move.
Thank you. I love
Safety first.
Safety first. I love having Dale here.
I think you are insane.
Don't you feel much better knowing that I don't have COVID right now?
No, you never had COVID.
Knock on wood.
I know you had a sore throat because of the air conditioning went on.
Okay.
It never got worse.
What's the likelihood this guy is going to be unvaccinated and on his way to see a newborn?
You're more concerned about his welfare than your own.
I don't give a flying fuck.
He was unvaccinated. He could easily transfer to whatever
Don't
COVID
start.
he got
Don't
in the
even
hospital
start.
to you.
Don't start. Don't start that. I can't handle that. I can't.
He's going to be taking another COVID test tonight.
Yes, I can't start that. Let's
Do
move.
they know you when you walk in? They're like, hi Cam. Yeah.
Today it was crazy. I was checking the rapid results in the fucking line for the next COVID test.
That's not too nuts.
It was pretty bad. My health insurance probably hates me.
Okay, can I just ask you, how many COVID tests have you taken, roughly? There has to be a lot.
Hey, it's been almost 2 years now.
Have you had more COVID tests than you've had sex?
100%. 100% more COVID tests than sex. I mean, in my life, actually. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Let's go into a segment called Just the Tip.
Just the tip.
Just a tip. This is where we get to chat with you wonderful listeners when you text us at 310-356.
3920.
We got a couple texts I want to read over here, okay?
You little sneaky freaks.
So we got a text here from Marley.
Marley, little sneaky freak.
Thank you for giving us this text. She says, Karen Lee, now that I have 2 sons and all this penis talk got me thinking, do your sons end up like their dads? Isn't it kind of weird that us moms don't know how they turn out in manhood after all these years of wiping their little heinies? Much love. You brighten my day. Marley.
Marley, are you asking me if I know if my 2 boys have the same size dick as their dad?
Correct.
It's a very odd
And maybe not
question
even
to-
size. It could be we're talking about shape. We could talk about the just coloring.
I knew a guy who had a dick shaped like a sickle.
Okay. So,
What?
what do you think about this?
I do not know what your or your brother's dicks look like, so I couldn't compare them to your father's.
I believe my father had a very long penis.
He did.
Okay. So
So much for
it was not a run-of-the-mill penis. So at this point, I think that we didn't need to go through that comparison, Marley. I think that we could have just left that as it was, and I don't think
But
you
you
need
know
to know
what?
that.
There's growers and there's showers. There's width versus girth versus length.
Yeah,
and
right.
So who the
I was
hell
thinking
knows?
the other day, I'm an amazing grower.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, what do you mean you were thinking the other day?
I was thinking, you know what?
I'm an
when it comes to
amazing
growing
grower.
or showing, it's definitely a growing situation here.
You don't want to peek out at 4 inches.
Exactly. Right,
Okay.
right. Yeah. I think that's all we got for listener questions. That's the last tip we got. That's just a tip. Okay.
Just a tip.
Moving on. Here's a tip. Join
What?
us on Patreon because we are having a Patreon party
Oh,
with
my
all
God.
our Zoom sneaky freak friends.
It is so much fun. And you guys, if you want to join Patreon, do you know how to do it?
How?
You go to patreon.com/sex talk with my mom.
Slash.
I know,
with my
all of a
mom.
sudden I had like a lisp.
Yeah. Slash.
Sex talk with my
Well,
mom.
guess what? On Wednesday, August 18th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we will be going live with all of our sneaky freaks.
We have done this a number of times. We've told you about it. Be there, aloha. That's not the only reason you should join
Be there,
Patreon.
aloha.
Well, you've never heard this?
Be there, aloha?
Yeah, it's
I never heard that.
it's an old term from like the 80s or something.
Be there, aloha?
Yeah.
What's aloha?
Hawaiian for be there, aloha.
Oh,
You know,
my God, mother.
you never heard this before?
No, I never heard of that.
Oh my God.
Okay, be there,
Dale,
aloha.
Have you not heard of this either?
I can't say I have. I'm sorry.
I've never heard that in
we
my
got-
fucking life, Mom.
Okay, here we go. Be
No,
there.
Mom, come on. This could be the next mom's news. Why do you have to do this
No.
right now?
I'm
Come
doing
on.
it right now. You think
Oh.
I'm nuts? Look at that. It came from Hawaii Five-0 in the 60s.
Oh, my
No,
God.
there was a 2010 series too, but I bet you it came from.
Mom.
See, it came from the Aloha.
Okay.
Okay.
We got it. It's Hawaiian. I don't understand it. Anyway.
Be here.
Okay,
Aloha
how about-
line
how
at the
about-
end of the preview segment.
Okay.
In 1968, I was 10 years old.
Just join us on Patreon, will you? It helps us out. It's a way to put some cash in our pockets so that we can give it directly to Dale,
Yeah,
who can film
exactly.
this so that you can watch it. It's a wonderful thing.
It's a whole circle of life.
Yes.
But the point is that there's so many benefits to being a Patreon member to Sex Talk with My Mom. For one thing, we have content on there back from the days when we used to interview tons of comedians and sexologists and everything. And those were usually the creme de la creme of our podcast because they were like the stuff that you would,
It's the bonus.
It's the bonus episodes.
If you want to help us out on Patreon or leave us a rating and review. I want to read one.
Please do.
This one says, my girlfriend was laughing uncontrollably. My girlfriend was convulsing with laughter while listening to this podcast. We can't
Convulsing.
wait for the next episode. 5 stars. Juicy McLovin.
I love Juicy McLovin. Now, you know what's so great? I love when a couple like listens together.
They were listening together.
I like that.
Is that sweet?
That's sweet and it's funny and it makes me want to do this podcast.
Okay, so share it with your loved one, your significant other, some guy you just met on the street, and leave us a rating and review.
Or you can wait, hold
what?
on. They could share it with flight attendants. That's what you should have done.
I should have fucking done
Yeah,
that.
you should have done that.
Leave a rating and review, please, at ratethispodcast.com/mom. It tells you exactly where and how to rate us. Phenomenal.
And check us, like you said, out on YouTube, Instagram, and of course, TikTok. Join us, follow us on TikTok because we are putting some really funny clips up there.
That's right. All right, Mom,
Yes.
it's time.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and meeting a flight attendant and finding out she's married.
Oh, what a fucking uplifting note to end on. All right, thank you for listening. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.